color, orange. Till someone go fix the motor and then it goes back to green. So I want to send the now motor output, assuming that I already sent. I'm not going to do the logic for that. I'm going to send the motor output, and if I don't, if the motor output is true, I don't receive the input. In 5 seconds, send me an alarm. Come on. Yeah, last one, and then we'll review and we'll leave him.
You're the man.
He's the only one agreed to come at least. If the motor output choose any on call, starting here, if the motor output is true and you did not receive the input, choose any O, any R. It doesn't matter. O colon 2/3 for the motor. You understand? If the motor output is true and we don't receive the input in 5 seconds, we're going to send the signal to the operator interface remotely. Might be in another city, which it was in the irrigation system. Flash red motor, fail to start. Someone comes, acknowledge the alarm, switch to maintain orange, for example. Till they send the technician to fix the motor, and then when the motor is running, it is green. That's the last thing we're going to do.
Dude, you don't know how to print on the other side of the paper, dude?
Last one, and then I'll show you something in your book. I think we got it. No start, no stop. No start, no stop. If the motor is, if the output is true for the motor output, and you do not receive the input.
After 5 seconds.
So somewhere else, someone started the motor. O column 2/0, for example. If the motor is running, and you don't receive the input in 5 seconds, send alarm. It doesn't matter to flash, just any bit to tell you about. Okay, let me do that. And okay, he did 2 things right. If the motor output is true, and I don't receive the input, any input. So that's motor output. If the motor output something started the motor and I don't receive the motor running input.
What kind of input is that?
We discussed it in the remember when we were manual auto? Okay. We did send the motor output here from the output signal when we are in auto, and that's the hot. That's the output, you send it to the motor. And then on the same line, we receive the input, which is the magnetic side. That's the actual motor, MTR. Above that was the motor here, right? Motor. And then we took the one phase and we had the magnetic starter. So the input here, M1, remember? You should have been covered all of that in the previous. So the input is coming from magnetic starter to tell you the motor is running through the input. So if my output is true for the motor, I don't receive the input in 5 seconds, then the done bit is true. / done, and this bit here, B3/ whatever, is the one we send. You can flash in the HMI, or you can use the 2 timer I told you to send the bit flash, and then they acknowledge it. But this is the real story. If the output is true, I don't receive the input from the magnetic starter. In 5 seconds, done bit is true, and B3/ should tell me failed to start. Failed to start.
That's in the test.
Right. I would like to tell you what to review for your final test, and then I will leave, unless you have problem. Question. Where is your book? Review the final review, and look at chapter 8. only one I would like for you to review, to make sure that you do everything is right, is look at page, figure 8. Look at, it doesn't have page 411, figure 8.22. And Higgs number quickly. C5, if you want to convert that to binary, 1010, and the C is what? A, B, C, 10, 11, 12, right? Okay, so you can go from hex to octal by grouping, you know all of that.
Yes.
Or you can go from hex to decimal equivalent by breaking every point, and then, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So review your binary system, your hexadecimal. Review also the problem we got in instrumentation and, resolution, all of that. I think you should be okay, unless you need anything else. Do you? Okay. And thank you so much for being very good students.
Thank you for the baklava.
I wasn't sure if you like it or not. If I knew that you like it,
Well,
I would have done it.
I'm still waiting for the effect.
No,